Okay, I saved the biggest box for last in my series of 3 videos documenting my massive cassette haul. Starting now, number 1, The Saints, I'm Stranded. I hope that's a sign of things to come. Brian Eno, Here Come the Warm Jets. I know this is a real popular album. I really only like one song on it, Needles in the Camel's Eye. The others I can pass on. Brian Eno, David Byrne, My Life in the Bush of Ghosts. Frippin' Eno, No Pussyfootin'. Brian Eno, Before and After Science. Photo Flamingo, Crack the Sky. The Bonnie Raitt Collection. That's a giveaway. Ambrosia, Life Beyond L.A. That's going to head to Goodwill. Homemade Jeff Beck, Blow by Blow and Wired. Back to Genesis, From Genesis to Revelation and Trespass. The Rolling Stones, Live Stripped. The Rolling Stones, Sticky Fingers and Some Girls with some homemade art. The Saints, Prodigal Son. Faith No More, The Real Thing. The Secret Policeman's Other Ball, the music. Natural Born Killers soundtrack. The Harder They Come soundtrack. The Saints, All Fool's Day. Fairport Convention, Full House. Or House Full, I'm sorry. House Full. Iggy Pop, Raw Power, No Fun. Bob Mould, Workbook. Sarah McLachlan.
Hi, I'm Sarah McLachlan.
The Graces, Perfect View. The Secret Policeman's Third Ball. The Kinks, Live. Bowie, Scary Monsters, and Let's Dance. Black Sabbath, Mob Rules. David Bowie, 9 Inch Nails, Nissan Pavilion. October 6, 1995, Part 1. And Part 2. McGinn, Back from Rio. Awakening soundtrack by Randy Newman. You'll have to wake me up after listening to that, I'm sure. Ennio Morricone, chamber music. Bugs Bunny on Broadway. Pass. Pete Townsend and Ronnie Lane, Rough Mix. I have that on vinyl. And Bob Dylan, Infidels. The Radio Archives and Rare Tracks, 20 Years of Jethro Tull, number 1. Radiohead 2000. Black Uhuru, Now, and Bob Marley and the Wailers, Uprising. The Brandos, Honor Among Thieves. A tribute to Danny Gatton. Genesis, As Though Emerald City and Assorted Songs. Concrete Blonde. Acoustic Humiliation. The Waterboys, The Whole of the Moon and More. Never Mind the Mainstream. Looks like this is a mixtape of college radio type songs. Crack the Sky, Raw. I've never heard Crack the Sky, and he's got a ton of these, so I'm going to have to give it a listen. Stevie Wonder, The Original Musicarium, Volume 1 and more. Los Lobos. Scott Joplin, The Redback Book. Jeff Beck's Guitar Shop. John Lennon Plastic Ono Band. Beatles 68 Demos. Paul Simon Graceland. And John Lennon and Yoko Ono Double Fantasy. Madness, absolutely. More Jeff Beck. And the Big Town Playboys, Crazy Legs. Summer Nights mixtape. What do we got here? Bring on the Night. When the World is Running, You Make the Best of What's Still Around. Sting. Anything with Sting, forget it. Other than the Police.
Tell you what, should we film me whooping Sting?
Yes,
That would be good, wouldn't it?
That would be great.
Danny Gatton, 88 Elmira Street. Mercury Rev, Deserters Songs, See You on the Other Side. Hot Fun in the Summertime, another mixtape. Mary Chapin Carpenter, Come On, Come On, and Various Artists, 2 Rooms. Richard Thompson Anthology. Brahms Symphonies 1 and 2. John Cale, Cale Comes Alive. Yellow 1 Second. I have no idea. Pink Floyd, blah, blah, blah. The Rolling Stones Live, 1978 tour, New Jersey and elsewhere. The Damned, A Right Royal Fuck Up. Bootleg. The Doors, Absolutely Live. The Honey Drippers, Volume 1. That's Robert Plant, for those of you who don't know. Masters of Reality. Never heard of them. Bebop Deluxe, Drastic Plastic. Richie Havens. Tracy Chapman. Brian Eno, Music for Films. Brian Eno, Taking Tiger Mountain. Brian Eno, Another Green World. Brian Eno, Ambient 4, On Land and Apollo. Brian Eno, Discrete Music. And Emo Mobius Rhodius, After the Heat. Tchaikovsky, Schubert, and Ravel. Holst, The Planets, and Mussorgsky, Pictures at an Exhibition. Mozart and Beethoven, Symphony No. 4. Prokofiev and Strauss. Forgive my pronunciation, Berlioz and Elgar. Lou Reed, Rock and Roll Animal, Best Buy series. John Cale, Seducing Down the Door 2. John Cale, Seducing Down the Door 1. The Best of George Harrison. Danny Gatton, Unfinished Business, Live 1989. Big Bad Voodoo Daddy and Scatterbrain. Frank Zappa, Mixed Madness Anthology. Pink Floyd, 7/9/94 at RFK Stadium in D.C. The Kinks Live, 1967 to 88. Lonnie Johnson, Stompin' at the... something. Vandergraaf, Quiet Zone, Pleasure Dome. Cream, we've got 3 performances here. LA Forum, San Diego Sports Arena, and Oakland Coliseum, all in October 1968. Article 99, music composed by Danny Elfman. Long live Ray Liotta. Sly and the Family Stone, Greatest Hits. Seal, John Lennon, Rock and Roll. That's sort of a mediocre album, if you ask me. Radiohead, Avalon Farm, London, 6/27/97. Radiohead, Rome, 5/2/95. More Radiohead, Strathclyde, 7/13/96. More Radiohead, A Total Waste of Time. Truer words were never said. Phantom of the Opera, Hitchcock Thrillers. Flashback, Motion Picture Soundtrack. Spinal Tap, Lou Reed, Live at the 930 Club, March 1996. Absolute Beginners, the musical. White Sands, Motion Picture Soundtrack. Pump Up the Volume, Motion Picture Soundtrack. More Seal. Pink Floyd at Washington, D.C., 1971, and San Diego, California, 1971. Faith, Hope, Love, King's X. King's X, self-titled? King's X, Gretchen Goes to Nebraska. Brian Eno, retrospective. Yes, Tormato. Gamelan. Never heard of Gamelan. Misfits, Plan 9, and Danzig. The House of Love, Stone Roses. All This Jazz, Volume 3. The Who, Live from L.A., Tommy and Friends, August 24th, 1989. The Doors, The Soft Parade. Simple Minds, Sparkle in the Rain. Pink Floyd, Metal, Wish You Were Here. Roy Orbison and Friends, A Black and White Night Live. The Beatles, The Black Album, Volume 2. Volume 1, The Portable Beatles 3, and Beatles Live in Japan. Radiohead, Kid A, Faithless, The Wonder Band, and a lot of Radiohead Live. And the last 3. John Lennon, Shaved Fish, and Dire Straits' first album. John Coltrane, Trainology, Part 1. John Lennon, Yoko Ono, Milk and Honey. Great box. And that is all. Thanks for making it through, hopefully, my series of 3 cassette haul videos. I don't know if I'll have another one like these ever, but thanks for staying. Peace.